I think there's a real movement on the left to target something like football because it's such a central part of our culture. You know, it's called American football around the world, right? It's so central to this country. It's the biggest show every single week. The biggest show every single year is the Super Bowl. It's more than just a sport. And I wanted to, maybe you could talk to TJ about like the risk assessment that goes into this. You played football. You were an NFL level player. You were a person who looked at this risk assessment and decided to go for it. We see even Damar Hamlin, before he can even speak, one of the first things he writes as a question is, did we win the game? These are people who are making this choice with their own free agency and saying, hey, I want to do this. I know there are risks associated with it. It might be injuries. It's usually not death in almost every single circumstance. But it's important to allow people to take risks, to be able to live the life that they want to live. And I feel like there's a giant part of our culture that's trying to take that choice away.
No question. We're being feminized. Football is not a sport for women. And there's a reason for that. And there's a lot of look, call me a misogynist to have at it, but when women are on TV talking about these things, they're saying what I expect them to say, and they're worried about the safety. They're worried about how violent the game is. That's innate in women. That's why they're such great mothers. They have to take care of their children, right? But the men should not be on TV crying about this, and they are. They should be saying this is horrible. This is a gladiator sport. It's a man sport. It's a hard sport, and we'll try to make it as safe as we can, which is why we've made incredible rules, many of which I do not agree with. You know, the targeting did not come into play until my senior year of college, 2012 at Mizzou. Was the first year there was targeting that I'm aware of, and so the way they do targeting today has so feminized the sport. I mean, there's some skits out there where it's like if you go to tackle a quarterback now, you got to put a blanket over the top of him, lay a pillow down, and then just set him down real nicely, because otherwise you're going to get a penalty. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. You're going to get thrown out of the game, and they get 35 points, right? That is where we are today in the game. Football is not meant to be. Ronnie Lott, right? He had some sort of finger injury at one point, and so they're like, we're gonna have to do this. He said, no, cut it off. They cut his finger off so he could keep playing the game, right? They're old style football. When I fell in love with the game, there was a guy named John Lynch, who's the general manager now for the San Francisco 49ers, who played for the Denver Broncos for a while and also played for the Tampa Bay Bucks, and he was playing for the Bucks when I was a kid. And I remember watching his highlight reel on repeat, and all he did was come across the middle to unsuspecting slot receivers, which by the way, I played slot receiver, so I was the guy getting my head knocked off. I could not wait to watch John Lynch fly across the middle and kill one of these guys. And what was cool is you had guys forever, and these are later guys, didn't play with him, but the guys that Julian Edelman was a guy that would go across the middle. He would get absolutely slaughtered. And how you knew he was tough and why people admired him was he was the first one to get up every time. You beat the defender off the ground. And that's part of being a man, right? And what we're trying to do is put bubble wrap around everybody forever. We should be encouraging the opposite. When life gets hard, you have to get tougher. You don't make life easier. It's impossible to do. And so, again, we want to make the sport as safe as can be. There are some things we want to get out of the game of football, right? But not as much as we've done. And this, again, I keep pointing out, this specific incident had nothing to do with football. This could have happened wrestling with your brother in the front yard, right? It just so happened. We still don't know if there's any background to this. Like, it could have been just a medical emergency happening as he went for the tackle. We don't know anything. We don't know the least of it.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to our channel so you'll be sure to see similar videos from BlazeTV, with the added bonus of signaling YouTube that your voice and opinion still matters. And if you're looking for more great conservative content, check out one of the 2 videos suggested here.